This morning, talk about what's happened overnight and where the market is. I'll go ahead and bring this chart. This is on a Webull account. That's where I find this, and I don't trade on Webull. I used to hit a little bit on it, but I just don't like it. I use Thinkorswim on TD Ameritrade. That's my favorite one. But our Asian markets, they were in the red. Right now, our European markets are in the green, which is really good. And so, by them being up quite a bit, we got like 0.3% here, anywhere from like, say a half to 1%. I'd say probably 3/4% is on average. The Asian market was down on average 1.25% or so. So that's not good, but with everything going on over there, it's no wonder. European market's doing really well. I think that's going to bring us into a green day today. And the way the market is actually looking, I'm going to take this out of the way. The way the market's actually looking right now, we have an ascending triangle. Now, I've got two of them drawn up here. I've got the purple one, which is where I think we're going to be, but I put this blue one in here just in case we work off of that wick. But we have a lot of candle strength on this one here, so I think we'll stay above it. And we've got some news coming out this morning regarding the let me look it up here. Let me find it. It was posted in our Discord chat this morning by one of our good members. In terms of data, there will be a monthly consumer price index or consumer price figures at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the federal budget numbers are due at 2 p.m. So if we get good numbers on the 8:30 consumer price figures, that's going to help make the market come up. And we are looking at let's see here. If we go, I think if we come up through, if we stay on this track right here, by the time we get up here, we're going to be really well. And for some reason, there it is. We are looking probably, if we stay on this right here, we're probably looking at the end of the day before it would actually take off. So it may go sooner. I'm hoping that we can get out of this triangle today and take off. This is on the 15-minute chart here, and so we ended up selling off a little bit over last night with yesterday evening and down. And this come out of a cup and handle. Let's see if I can get it pulled up here. This come out of a cup and handle at that. Actually, it's right here. So we had our cup here, and then I thought it was going to come down to about right here and then take off, but it never. So I'm not real sure where that's going to go. If we go back into a 5-minute, it might be able to see it better. Yeah, let's see here. Right there's a better one on the 5-minute. And I thought we were going to come down to about right here and then take off, but we never were actually into an ascending triangle. And being an ascending triangle, that's even better because it's going to cause a squeeze and then take off. So with it being Wednesday, I was hoping that we would get a rally because usually on Fridays we will sell off, sometimes on Thursdays as well. So I was really hoping that we would take off. I have calls on ES, I have calls on SPY, and those are all doing really well. I'm up right now on my ES. I'm up 8% on my ES, which is pretty good. When this thing pops up to here, I'll be back up to probably around 40% again because I was up around that there. So anyway, that's our ES. Let's go to gold. Gold, we broke out of this descending triangle. I've got puts on gold, and they are killing me. I got in puts about right here. That's where I got in the puts. And actually, I think it was right here. And I was up $550 right there, and I didn't sell because I thought it was going to come down. And now I'm down pretty bad. And this consolidation right here did it to me. When it went up and just kept going back and forth, it eats a premium. And then it come down. I thought I was going to be able to sell it right here and just go ahead and get out and go to a different option. But it did not allow me. I think I went down at one time. I think right here I was up $50. I should have sold, but I didn't because I thought we were going to keep on going, and then we rallied up again. So now I'm down like 37% on that. I've got some alerts in place. I'll go over those with you. I think we're going to go to 1589. That's kind of the target that I had. So I've got an alert here to where whenever it hits there, then it will get my attention so that I can decide should I sell, just start watching it. And then I've got another one right here to alert me to be ready to sell, and then I've got this one to sell. Now I've got a sell price in it right now for 100% profit, and 100% profit will not be right here. It'll be up in this area right here. So if I can get that, if we can get it to where it starts selling off, then that's going to be great. So usually gold will go down as the market goes up, typically, but here lately, it's actually just doing its own little thing. The whole time that we've been increasing on the market, it's just gradually wanting to sell off. So what I'm hoping is that we will get some good results on the market, be a little more bullish, and if we can actually get a little more bullish and go up, then that's going to make this come down. So gold is something that is just not moving the way I would like it to move, so be careful on that one. NG, I bought some more calls before I went to bed last night, so I think it was around through here I bought more calls. I actually made $2,140 on a call, just one call. I think I had about $700 in it, and I bought it right here because of this bottom trend, and I wrote it up, and I had it to where it would sell about right here. So I made $2,140 from there to there, and that was, again, based on a $700 trade, which is pretty good. The reason I put my sell in and didn't keep on running with it is because I wanted to sell it, and I thought it might pull back a little bit. I missed the sell right here, and when it started coming down, I should have just bought more here. But I wanted to go ahead and cash out and then take that money and put my investment back in my account, and then I wanted to use the $2,140 for to buy some more of these calls and to actually keep some of that. So that way I'm working off of their money. So right now I ended up buying here. Where I'm looking for this to go would be, let's see if I can get it moved down. I'm looking for NG to go up to at least the 287 mark. So that's where I'm headed. And if we go back, I can actually see it better on the weekly, so you can actually see better. But we are in a descending triangle, and we hit the bottom of it. So I think this is going to come up. It may stop right on through here on that 15, but I think it's going to go ahead and going up and hit this little spot here, which that would be, I mean, looking at this right here, that would be in June that would hit that. So what I want to do is just buy calls and just let it go up. When I get to a certain percentage I want to make, then just go ahead and sell it. I think I made it was around 300% or so on that last one that I did. I bought it on Monday or Sunday night at midnight, and then I sold it yesterday. So that's pretty good trade. But I think this will go ahead and continue to go through and get through the 15 and start heading up this way. So I'll be scalping this over the next several months. I'm not just going to buy something and let it run. I want to buy it and then sell it, take some profit. Then when it comes down to the dip, get it back in it. So that's where we are with NG. Again, I think the minimum we're going to hit is 211. That's a fib. But I really think that we're going to go up to here. There's a chance we could come all the way up to here, which would actually put us in November. That would put us at 324. So that could very well possibly be that we go November to here, because usually in the fall, NG will start increasing. Like somewhere around October, November, that's when the prices start going up. So we could easily get to this point here for October. Then we have the Qs. The Qs is the same as ES. I'll go over it again. Qs, they move the same. It's just a higher price. We're trying to break this trend right here. And if we can get over this trend, then I think we'll rally up to at least there. Right now I'm looking for 82.56.97. That's where I'm looking. We didn't quite hit it on this little bounce here. Let's see here. We didn't quite hit it there, but I think that we'll go ahead and go on up and hit that. And this right here has got a good little trend off the bottom. You can see it right here. So you could actually bring that up to, yeah, it's staying right there. So I'm thinking that see, this would be by the, by the end of the day, easily do that. Again, this is like an ascending triangle if you work it off the fib. You're coming up through here for your horizontal line, then you've got your trend here. So it's somewhat of an ascending triangle. And I think that we'll go ahead and break through that. We'll at least come up to the 84.24, I think. And being that's that trend, we could bounce off that, but then again, we might go ahead and go through it. On crude oil, I got in calls last night. And the reason I did is I wanted to get in calls down here, but I wasn't real sure. So I held off, and it went up and just kind of kept going back and forth. And it started playing above this trend, and it was above the VWAP. So I went ahead and got in calls last night, probably, I don't know, it was 10, 11 o'clock or so last night. And it was selling off a little bit. So right now, my crude oil, if I can find it here, I'm down like 25% on my crude oil, but I think it'll actually hit here and then bounce. When the market starts turning, this is going to go up. So, and when it starts going up, it's going to go at a increase that will actually do very well. So I think we're going to be fine on the crude oil one. I don't think crude oil is going to go back down anymore. And then we have the dollar. If we look at the dollar looks like it's kind of coming down a little bit. It's going with the market right now. Usually the dollar will go down when the market goes up, but it's been following the market. So, and you can see this one is kind of on a, let's see here. It's almost like a cup and handle type thing to where it would actually take off here. So we'll see on that one. Dow Jones, we won't know anything until it opens up. It actually closed at a high yesterday, did really well. Again, this right here is the cup and handle. You got the top here, you got the top there. This is the cups per se, and then you got probably a little pullback and then a rally. Everything's kind of like a cup and handle. Usually a cup and handle, though, you won't have this spike, so as far as in the middle, but it's following the market, and most everything else is in that same trend, that same pattern. Then we have VIX. VIX is the fear factor. We keep discussing, and it looks like it's popped up a little bit. That's because the market went down a little bit last night, but I still believe in VIX and puts. I think that you can't go wrong with that. You want to go probably 2 months out if you're going to buy puts, just to make sure that the market will get there in time. So then we go back to Apple. Apple dropped out of the channel this morning, so I'm not real sure about that. Well, actually, see, this channel is actually a little bit off. I don't know how that happened. Probably, actually, the whole thing's off. Let's do this. Let's just readjust it. Must be on a different time frame. Sometimes when you go from different time frames, it will change on you. Let's see here. Probably go along that one. You got these two candles here. This one, the body's right there, and this one almost touched. So I'm gonna go with that one right there. But it's still, it's right at the bottom of that channel. So Apple will probably end up rallying up today. Probably looking in the 295 range or so. I would say that it would go. And if it goes over that, I think it'd be great if we hit 300. Then we'd be breaking out of this channel, and that'd be a lot more bullish. AMD. AMD, like I said, is just a really good stock to get into. It's a long-term plan. You can buy some longer calls on this and be fine. I still think the 5113, that's our target. We've been playing around with it a little bit, but I'm still bullish in the market. I just don't see it going down below where we've been. I think we're just in a little bit of consolidation phase, and once we get out of that, then we're going to be a bull. So if you buy calls, I would buy at least 30 days, but I would buy probably 60 days out, and you should be okay with that. You should be able to come out and make some money on it. And then we have CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. I'm in puts, and the reason I'm in puts is because no one wants to travel during the coronavirus. and it's been on a downward trend for a long time. We popped up a little bit, but I stayed in my puts. I believe that this is going to go down into the 14 range, the 1485 range. As that's kind of where I'm going with it. And I think when we get down in there, then I'm probably going to sell out around 16 or so. I'm going to keep on watching it. If we hit this trend again and bounce off from it, then I'll go ahead and sell my puts and get out. Right now I am I'm up no, I'm down 1% because it closed up here, but when it opens up I will be back to probably about 20% again to the good. So this is just kind of consolidating a little bit. And if I'm in the money this morning as on this first drop, I may even sell it, and then if it drops here, I can get back in. I don't want to lose money on it, so I may end up just going ahead and selling it off at opening because it'll probably drop down right at opening. And Royal Caribbean's the same way. The Royal Caribbean and Carnival Cruise Line have the same pattern right now. They're both in a downward spiral and have been for a while. Then we have Roku. Roku still, puts. If you got in puts when we talked about it, I guess a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, then you would still be making money on it. You've done really well on that. I didn't get in it. I don't know why I never, but I never. MMM, 3M. I got in my calls. It actually shot up, and my M's are. Let's see, where are we up there? I am up 3.5% is where I'm up to right here. So I'm hoping that today it will go ahead and come up. I'd love for it to bounce through this channel and go ahead and take off. It's been in consolidation period. Consolidation just eats your premium. So if you want to buy here and do intraday trading, like if it sells off, buy, and then when it comes up, just sell it off, and then you can actually do pretty well on intraday trading. And then if we go to, so we already did that one, SPY, same as ES, it's the ETF, and it's doing the same thing. We'll open this up to where you can see. Actually, let's do 15 minutes so you can see that better. And it's doing the exact same thing. It's trying to sell off there a little bit. There's a chance it might, come back down and bounce off the 273. I'm actually shocked that it's not going up right now, but I guess it's because those meetings coming out. And it was trying to stay above the 180 on the 15, but it just didn't quite do it. And now we have. I thought it would actually take off on this candles right here. I thought it was going to go. So on the 15, we are looking. It's below the 15 EMA. That's not good if you're in calls. If you're in puts, I think you're doing real well, especially if you bought them right here. If you bought them at the end of the close, when you open up, you should be in pretty good money. TLT. TLT, I'm actually up a lot, 182% on my TLT. This is the bond market, treasury bonds. So what I did was as the market goes down, TLT goes up. And then as the market goes up, TLT will drop. So I'm banking that the market's going to still go up. But these treasury bonds actually selling off now, that's a good sign that the market is probably going to start rallying. And, it's just in a good downward trend. So that'll be good for a bull market. So I'm up quite a bit. Where I'm going with this is probably in the 140s. I'm thinking probably at least the 157, but I'm thinking if we come back over here, right along through here, this 151 mark would be a good mark for me. That's going to put me back to close to where it was. Right here is going to be a long term, and when I sell them, I may go ahead and buy some more and ride it out to 143. If the market rallies really good, then this is going to just keep on tanking. So long term, I'll probably be in this in puts if the market keeps going up. But I'll be more like probably, I don't know, maybe at least 60-day puts on it in order to get it down. So. But 157 is kind of my target right now. I like the 618. That's my money line. That's why it's green. And if I can get down to that area, I'll probably go ahead and sell them. That could easily happen today. If we look at the trend line or trend line tool, we got here to here, is 6%. So if we open, say we open right here, and we come down to there, that's 5%. So I think we'll be down here today. And if we do, I'm going to go ahead and sell. I'm up 182% now, which is a high percentage. My goal is to try to make 50% on every trade, but if it's going my way, then I stay in it. And Tesla is still going down. It's in that downward spiral. We had this trend line here for the descending triangle, and I'm going to go ahead and raise that because this is actually out now. So that is where we are with that. And then we could actually rate or lower this one. If we put it right there, then yeah, that's still in the descending triangle. So we get down here, I think we're going to keep on going, and I'd say we're probably headed to the 405 range. One of these three fibs right here, the 405, 444, or 483. The reason I say that is the fibs are usually where you end up, and it's usually one of these three is the target, and it's just a matter of how strong it is or whichever. And with this being in a descending triangle, then I think that we're good for puts. I'll probably get in some puts today if the IV is not too high. And the IV, a lot of people talk about the IV. I'll do another video on that, but the IV is kind of like hype. It's not exactly, but it's kind of. And if everybody's jumping on the puts, like Tesla right now, everybody's jumping on puts, and where it's selling off, that will make the IV go up. So when everybody's wanting it, it's kind of like supply and demand. When everybody wants it, the IV will go up, which is implied volatility. And that's, in like layman's terms, that's how IV kind of works. There's a lot more to it behind that, but in general, if everybody wants it, the IV goes up. And if you if you pay too much for your call or put with a high IV, you're going to pay a lot. And then whenever it actually settles down, your IV will come down, and so will the premium. So you can actually lose money even though it dropped. So be careful on those. So we have Walmart. Walmart is doing fantastic for me. I've got my alerts set here for different things to find out what's going on with it. And when it comes down here, I plan on buying more. And today, I'll probably go ahead and do an intraday trade on it. And if I do intraday on it, then that means I'll probably buy 313 calls. So when it comes down, let me open up to a 5 minute. It's been kind of going up, and it's going up in touches. This will probably come back down to this channel. Let's see here. It will probably come back down and hit this channel at opening. And I'm okay with that. If it does, I'm going to go ahead and buy more calls, but I'm going to buy 313 calls. And then, whenever it gets up close to this channel, I'm going to go and sell it. There's a 70-30 rule that I go, and there's a video if you look on my YouTube. There's a video talking about the 70-30. And what you want to do is on this one, I know I'm like very, very sure it's not going to drop below this channel. So as it's coming down, I'm going to buy right in here while the premiums are low. Because as soon as it touches this and reverses to come up, the premiums go up. So that's why I have my alerts right here. So when it hits here, I can start watching it. And I might even get in right here. I might get in at 116, because if it drops, when it comes back, it's just going to drop kind of quick and then take off. So I want to make sure I get my premiums at a lower price. And then I'm going to buy within 2 in the money or out of the money. So where if this right here is at the money, then you got one more down. So right here would be in the money, 1 at the money, and then you'd have 1 out of the money. I will probably buy that one there, which would be the 2 blacks on this right here. So if you do, let's see here. Right here's at the money, and here's 1 out of the money. So I'll probably buy here or here, one of these 2 right here. Depends on what's going on. I know that I don't want to buy further out, because if I do, and where you're scalping, your premiums won't adjust enough. You want to be close to this in the money as you can without being in it. So I usually never buy at the money. I usually buy the second one or the third one when I'm scalping. That's just me personally. So that's my play for Walmart today. That's what I plan on doing. I'm up. That $90 Robinhood one I've got. Let's see, I don't have it pulled up here real quick, but that one. See if I can get it real quick and you can see it. That one I paid $90 for it, and with that $90, let's see here. Bear with me. I should have had this pulled up for you guys. This one here, this is an actual Robinhood account that we were making fun of Robinhood, how it crashed and everything. So I threw a few $100 in it, and just to show people how you can make money. I've got $90 in this right here. You can see the cost basis right here, $90. Did that show up on the screen? Let me look here. Yeah, I've got $90 in this, and I bought 15 contracts, which is right here. And right now, if I went to sell it right now, it's worth $690. That's the 666.67%. Now, this is going to go up, and I'm holding for 130. That's where I think it's going to go. And if it can get to 130, then this is going to make a whole lot more money. The most percentage I've ever made on in an option is 704%. That was last May, and I did that on Walmart actually. And so in our Discord group that we have, which I haven't mentioned, I talk about how to do this. Like on this one here, I knew where to buy the option because of the pattern that we were following. And this pattern, I started when it rallied up and went up. I knew that, I missed it, but I thought it would pull back a little bit, and I thought it might even pull back to this fib, and then I'd hop back in it. But it actually pulled back to here, and this was on Tuesday, and when it pulled there, and then I watched it to make sure what it was going to do, when it hit here and started going up, I hopped in those calls. So right now the hype was not there. The implied volatility was very low at this point. So I went ahead and hopped in because no one was watching it. And with no one watching it, it made me get it at a cheaper price. So I went and hopped in, and I've been playing this all along. And up in here, see, this first day I was up huge. I think I was up to like $3,000 or $3,200 or so on those, and I didn't sell it because I knew that it would just keep on going. And if I tried to sell it at $3,200, I might have not even had a buyer because Robinhood is just not accurate on some things. Usually by the time when you get a big spike like that, sometimes it'll jump way up and it's just not even right. But maybe I should have sold there because now I'm only up $600 now. But still, that's almost 700% I'm up on it. So I'm okay with it. So I think that this is going to go ahead and head on up to the 130 range, and that is my 618. That's why I think it's going to there. It may not hit there this week, but I thought it would have already hit there. I thought it would have done it by Tuesday. And now we're starting Wednesday and we're still down. So we'll find out on that one today, but that's my play that I'm going to be doing. Again, I mentioned the Discord group. The Discord group, we talk about our plays. We do the call-outs. I place all my call-outs in there with futures and penny stocks and Forex. I don't do much Forex as much as I did. And a lot of options. Most of the people in there are doing options. I've started training some people how to do futures, and we have a training course coming out pretty soon. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to make it to where it is very good for everybody. I don't want to put out a product that is not good for you. But anyway, in the Discord group, we discuss charts all day long. I'm posting charts. Other people are. We're doing call-outs on different stocks. People are finding the TLT, someone mentioned that one, so we all started jumping on that. Now we're all making money on it, and so it's doing really well. I think everybody in my group is in Walmart, I think, and everybody's making money on it. So I think it's really, really good. You can find a link to our Facebook group in the description below. If you click on that, and it will take you to the group, you can go ahead and join it. It's an automatic join. You don't have to go through a lot of stuff. And then on the group, you can click sign up at the top, and you can sign up for our Discord group. You'll automatically be enrolled. Once you pay, it'll automatically take you to it and get you signed in. So there's no waiting period on it. But and then please like, share, and subscribe this channel. Let's help make it grow. We're getting quite a few subscribers every day. I'd like to get over 100 this week, and it's a new channel, so if we can get over 100 this week, that will help me in doing some more things with the YouTube channel. You have to have at least 100 for some things I'm wanting to do. So if we can get that this week, I'd really appreciate it. Once we get there, then it's just a matter of going to the next level and get the YouTube videos going. I'll be doing market briefs and market recaps daily, and then also be doing a little bit of training on there, and we'll make it better for everybody, make everybody make money. I will see you all tonight on the market recap. I'm going to try to start doing these live. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not real good at that, but once I figure out the live, then we'll start doing these live instead of being recorded. You guys have a great day, and I hope everybody is green, and we'll see you tonight. Thanks.